Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be going over my third trimester symptoms. I am currently 38 weeks and 3 days pregnant, and I have had a lot of different symptoms this third trimester, everything from stretch marks all the way to just like hot flashes. So I'm going to go over that with you today and just kind of an update on what's going on with me. So if you want to hear all about that, keep on watching. So let's get started. First off, sorry if I feel like I look a little bouncy because I'm actually sitting on my birthing ball right now just because it's so comfortable, and I kind of just want to get this moving along because I'm so uncomfortable. So if you see me like bouncing up and down like this, it's because I'm on the ball. Not that I'm going to be bouncing, but I feel like it kind of moves around. So one of the new symptoms that I had in my third trimester was actually feeling baby hiccup, which is super cute. It can be sometimes a little bit, I don't know how to not say annoying, but it can be, only because of the fact that my baby is completely head down. She's very low, and whenever she gets hiccups, I kind of feel them in my butt and down there. So it's really awkward. And then I do feel them in my tummy. Sometimes she really doesn't like when she has hiccups, I guess, because she like squirms around and it can get a little uncomfortable since I'm like so far along now. But definitely it was fun starting to feel those. People have told me about them, but I had yet to feel them. And then another thing that happened was that my sciatica has just progressively gotten worse. So I have pretty bad sciatic pain on my left side, on my left glute. And if I push too much and I just like basically like push myself too much and walk too much and do too much, or like I'm cooking dinner or whatever it is, I end up feeling like a lot of the pain. On top of that, since I have so many doctor's appointments, 2 fetal monitoring appointments, and a doctor's appointment, so 3 appointments a week, sometimes I have to be on my back in order for them to check me. And being on my back is really painful, so it kind of triggers my sciatica to just get worse. So that day it's always really bad. And usually when I like sleep, it gets better. Kevin, my husband, also uses a tennis ball, rolls it kind of on my glute and lower back, and that really seems to help. That and basically just resting. Along with other pains that I've gotten, I also got pelvic pain. So I'm starting to feel a lot of pressure and just like lightning pains in my pelvis and in my hips. I don't know if it's called lightning crotch or something like that. I forget what it's called, but it's called lightning something. And basically what happens is that it feels like one of my nerves is ripping off. That's the best way I can explain it. And it happens in my hips, and it also happens in my vagina. So just one of the perks of getting a little bit closer, and my doctor basically just tells me it's because she's so down low that, you know, it's starting to put a lot more pressure on there. Okay, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen like a turtle on her back trying to get back up. Well, that's kind of like what it looks like when I'm trying to get off the couch or out of a chair or out of bed, because I am so big now, it just like weighs me down. I don't have the upper body strength like on my arms to push myself up, so I always kind of have to tilt and roll myself over, and it's really hard because in the middle of the night I have been waking up every 30 to 45 minutes. I am exhausted. I basically don't sleep at all anymore. I definitely have those 30 to 45 minute stretches. Sometimes I have like a 2-hour stretch, which I feel like is super refreshing and awesome. But I basically have to turn over to my right side or turn over to my left side because they get so tired. My hips start to hurt. And then I do need a little bit of help when I get up. I kind of like hold onto the wall on the bed because it's painful to even walk because my pelvis hurts so much from leaning on it, for a couple hours. And then obviously I just keep peeing. She has dropped. So I think that obviously is putting even more pressure on my bladder. And plus, as you guys know, I drink so much water. So I basically am always in the restroom. Okay, so if you guys don't want to hear TMI, by all means, like kind of fast forward a little bit, like another 20 seconds into the video, because one of the things that's a little TMI, I went to my nurse practitioner's appointment and I told her I kind of felt like something was coming out of my vagina. And I was like, I don't know how else to explain it, but that's what it feels like something's coming out. Like, I don't know. So anyway, she checked me about a week early in my cervix, and I think that was at 36 weeks. And when she checked me, she said she felt the baby's head right away, even before she could get to my cervix. It was actually really difficult for her to get to my cervix because the baby's head was so far down and in front, and my cervix was in the back posterior. So that's what I've been feeling, and it has only gotten more intensified. I swear I can feel her turn her head, and I'm sorry if that's TMI, but you guys, like, I'm just trying to be real because you're probably watching this video to prepare for your third trimester, and I just want to be honest. But yeah, I can definitely like feel her move around and then push into like my cervix. So that's been interesting. A new symptom that I did get was heartburn. I had not gotten that my entire pregnancy. A lot of my girlfriends had told me that they did get a lot of heartburn. I think I got heartburn from eating Oreo cookies, just because I had eaten them the whole time, or maybe milk or something like that. It's not like I had this like severe heartburn that was like making me throw up or anything like that. It was definitely on the mild side. But I would say that for the most part, it just felt more like acid reflux, like burning. I don't know how to describe it perfectly, but it was hard to lay down at night sometimes. I've gotten better at just kind of seeing what's causing it, like milk or those cookies, and, you know, substitute it with other cookies. But what now I feel like I get it like few and far between. Water always helps too. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I did get more stretch marks. So I had already mentioned in my second trimester that I had gotten stretch marks in my hips. I still have gotten more stretch marks on my hips. I got one little tiny stretch mark on my belly button, right where my belly button ring usually goes. And now I've gotten stretch marks behind my knee and kind of right next to my knee on the inside of my thighs, which, you know, it is what it is. There's not much I can do. I do use lotion. I use the Mama Mio lotion, and I also use their oil every single day and night. So I'm trying my best. There's not much you can do about stretch marks. Yeah, it totally sucks. Like, I feel like I can't wear shorts again, but I will wear shorts again, and I'll just have to get over it. So you guys have also seen that I've put up a couple videos of me preparing for baby and then nesting. Nesting has been on overdrive for my third trimester. I literally want everything to be clean. I constantly am cleaning it again, wiping down the kitchen again, wiping down my bathroom again, folding things, whatever it may be. The house basically needs to look pristine. I'm driving my husband insane, but honestly, like, if it's not perfectly clean, I just have anxiety. And on top of that, because I don't know if she's going to be coming like right away or later, I want everything to be ready for when I come back and she's here and everything's just clean and ready. I don't have to worry about the mess. So I've definitely been nesting a lot. It is a thing. It definitely is a thing for me. And a fun little tidbit that I didn't even know happened. I think they told me this in one of my classes at Hoag Hospital, but they basically said that you might start leaking from your breast, some breast milk or colostrum. And I have, every now and then, I'll all of a sudden look down at my shirt and I'll have leaked a little bit, just a couple drops here and there. But my breasts are definitely getting fuller of milk. I feel like, not like substantially, but I definitely have noticed that I leak sometimes. So that's a little tidbit, just in case, you know, you didn't know, now you know. And as you can tell, I'm not really wearing any rings, and it's because I have gotten to that point where my hands and my feet are pretty swollen. I wouldn't say that they're swollen like all the time. I don't feel any swelling, but my rings have not fit only for a couple days now, and I just decided I don't want to put them on. I mean, they do go in and out, but I don't want to all of a sudden get very bloated and not be able to take them off. So I have decided not to put my rings on anymore. As far as my feet, I have not put on an actual pair of shoes for I think almost a month now. I just put on my slip-on Adidas sandals, which are a little bit on the larger side. So I think that they do get swollen because I haven't even tried to put shoes on. I keep my feet up a lot, so I think it does help for them not to get swollen, but I have been trying to walk a little bit more, and I noticed that they do get swollen around the ankles. And lastly, just a couple more symptoms. One symptom is that she moves a lot now, as she's always moved a lot. She's a pretty active baby. It kind of goes onto my vena cava, I think it's what it's called. But when she pushes down and in, it just makes me feel like a little dizzy, a little like like ill, nauseous even maybe. So I always have to take some deep breaths whenever that does happen, because it's happening a lot more often now, maybe because she's bigger. And the other thing is that I also am continuing to get quite a bit of Braxton Hicks contractions. I know that the further along that you get in your pregnancy, you can have more Braxton Hicks. For my pregnancy, my Braxton Hicks actually got me to start maternity leave early just because they didn't want her to come early. Now I'm really past that point where she's, you know, she's safe to come now because I'm at 38 weeks and a half. So I can walk around and everything, which is great, but I have to take breaks because my Braxton Hicks don't actually have any breaks. If I'm walking around, I usually get a very long one for more than 10 minutes. And my doctor says that they're just little Braxton Hicks on top of each other, so it feels like it's a one constant. And that has gotten a little bit worse. And just to update you guys, I am possibly getting induced on Tuesday the 17th, which is 1 week from today when I'm filming this video. And my doctor basically decided that just because my baby is on the smaller side, so she's worried that the placenta is not doing exactly what it's supposed to. So at this point, there's no point in risking the placenta just stop working and like somehow baby going into like distress or anything like that. So she is planning for an induction in 1 week. I have fetal monitoring, as I mentioned. Everything has gone perfectly. My amniotic fluid is at a 9, which is what it's supposed to be right now, 9 centimeters. And then her heart rate's great. Her movements are great. So far everything's actually looking pretty good. She is also over 6 pounds. So we're in such a great place. Induction would be totally fine with me. My birth plan is just to listen to my doctor. And then on top of that, what else? Oh, and we have an ultrasound tomorrow, which will tell us if she did grow a little bit more. So I know that this Friday they're going to check my cervix again, and then I'll probably know. So I don't know if my next video is going to be my postpartum care kit, or if it's going to be basically me uploading my labor and delivery blog with induction. So I don't know. We'll see what my next one is. If I don't get to the postpartum care kit, I definitely will do that after, and I'll tell you guys what I did end up using. So at least it'll be like a post one, but you'll know exactly what I'm going to be using.
Here is a shot of my 38 week and 3-day belly.
All right, guys, so that is it for my third trimester pregnancy update at 38 weeks and 3 days. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing. I love making these videos, and I would love to hear your comments down below if you have any suggestion for any videos that you want to watch, or any other things that you want me to film. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So excited. Bye.